From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
Okay, we're back.
It's been a little while.
Welcome back.
It's been technically, 2 weeks since they've
Yep.
seen us? Yeah, we
Yeah.
we just had scheduling issues. Not really.
We're all busy. You were out of town, and we tried to make it up, and
I went out of town,
it didn't work.
and then
You got
Sean
back,
went
and
out of town.
I got vaxxed.
Yeah, he got crushed by the vax.
Oh, that's right. You got cranked by the vax. I totally forgot.
And then he went out of town.
And then he went out of town.
And then we could have recorded, 24 hours before this recording, but that would have been stupid, so.
I mean,
I'm like, hey, dude, what changed from yesterday to today?
Yeah.
yeah, I could have.
No, we could have not.
We could have done it, but we didn't because I am probably overworked as is. So it just was like, let's just.
Just take some time off.
Oh, I forgot to unplug that. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Well,
So, how's it feel to be vaxxed up, Sean? Feel any mutant powers yet? Besides getting bodied by pollen still?
no, yeah, the allergies whipping my ass.
Dude, you know who you got bodied by?
No.
Twitter jail.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
did go to Twitter jail this week, which is so bullshit.
I'll put on screen the tweet that I got bodied for.
It's so bullshit because they kept posting the same. You go to the explore page or like the search page, and it's always like, for you, all the articles that might be interesting to you, or things that people are tweeting about that are trending. And I kept seeing people talking, or at the top of the list, these people thinking that you can spread the vaccine.
Can you hear the birds?
Yeah.
I can.
Okay, we have just a disclaimer. The AC is not working. We have the windows open. It's really hot. I'm not going to fucking close the window. So there's
Yeah.
birds. Sorry.
There's what is it, Cole Hirsch? You know who that is, right?
Is
Nope.
that the Beach
Yes.
podcast, but outside?
Yes, dude. I think that's such a funny idea.
Yeah, I think it adds ambiance.
That's what it reminds
That's
me
where, yeah, that's where we are. We're podcast outside.
of.
Twitter jail.
But yeah, so I went to Twitter jail for 12 hours, which because I tweeted something stupid. It was just a joke that I was like, I can't wait to shed my fucking vaccine to those who aren't vaccinated, because people are saying that
I didn't understand what the tweet meant.
I was just making a joke, like
Joking
No,
that he
but
just
like,
give
people
people
think
What was the joke?
that people think you can spread the vaccine. People thought that COVID wasn't even fucking real. There are
Right.
people who still don't think it's fucking real.
Well,
or
yeah,
that
that's
it's
true.
overblown or whatever,
And
but
yeah, and
No, you can.
and then now they're like, well, now all these people who are vaccinated are going to spread the vaccine to us people who don't want to get the
Yeah,
vaccine.
The vaccine is not like airborne.
well,
yeah, it's spike proteins that are.
it's the joke of
It sounds like
the
creatine.
anti-vaxxers are now going to wear a mask to protect themselves against the vaccine when they wouldn't wear a mask to protect themselves against COVID. Like, that's
Yeah.
the whole thing that's been going around.
So I was
which-
just saying, I can't wait to spread it around.
You see, unfortunately, when you were in Twitter jail, you were like,
I'm very upset. I'm sorry.
Dude,
I
was-
don't mean to be unprofessional.
Honestly, it was.
you were like,
I've never been there before, and I don't want to go back.
I just think it's funny because it's not like you're, no hate
You're
to
not- yeah,
your
you're not a part
follower
of the
numbers,
problem.
but you're not like spreading mass awareness to this huge base, right? Like,
No, not at all. And the funny thing is that it was up for maybe 5 minutes. It was the AI that flagged my
Yeah.
fucking shit. It was like, you're going to jail.
Here's the thing about it, because when you sent it to Maddie and I was like, look, I'm not surprised because
yeah.
you're not like an anti-vaxxer, you're not like an anti-masker,
Yeah,
but
because I just
you,
shouldn't
but
be
a
Twitter,
playmaker.
Twitter doesn't know that. He's a playmaker. He's a
I'm
not
not.
a
I'm not a
singer.
not a
singer.
singer. That is a High School Musical 1 reference.
Yeah, look it up.
Hopefully, I'll cut it in.
Okay.
It sucked though, dude. I couldn't favorite anything. I couldn't retweet anything. I could DM people, but I couldn't send pictures through DM. All I could do was read tweets and bookmark them, basically.
Honestly,
Dude, that's got to hurt for you.
Yeah, it was,
that's an ooh bruh moment.
Maybe you should think about that before you decide
Before I
to post
post?
more misinformation.
You can't post even joke COVID misinformation, unfortunately.
Well-
and on Instagram, if somebody posts anything about COVID or the vaccine or masks, they'll flag it,
Yeah.
and they'll be like,
which
"This
is
may
I
not be
understand.
true."
I understand that.
Yeah, and I know that's the thing. I know you're not the problem, but unfortunately, they're like cracking down
Well,
AF.
I'm out of jail now. 12 hours is a long 12 hours.
Dude, that's like the most first world fucking problem.
No, it's bullshit. It's just
Getting
stupid.
in Twitter jail, dude.
Yeah. Well,
This is what anti-vaxxers are saying.
When you're on God's side, you're always on the right side.
It's true.
well, I do have something I want to show you guys,
Yes.
and I kind of want to get it out of the way now because it is something that I think is so much fun, and I need to type my credentials in to be able to use this thing. So,
How's it going with you while he does that?
It's going.
You see the Eternals theme?
I did see the Eternals trailer.
Theme? I just said theme.
Yeah, I saw the theme.
That dude, it's the first time we've seen Kit Harington on screen for those movies.
Yeah.
A lot of firsts for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I don't really, I watched it at like low volume while we were eating, but it looks cool.
Whenever something comes out about Marvel, Maddie and I are like, let's go watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hype. Okay, that's what I thought. It also has Richard Madden, who was also in Game of Thrones, is a character in it.
That's one of the lead Eternals dudes.
Yeah, it's,
The white guy.
yeah,
Okay.
the other, not Kit Harington.
Yeah, the other white guy.
But no, I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. It's an ensemble cast. Looking forward to it. But
I'm just really excited because, like, first of all, at the end of the trailer, if you watched past the,
I don't think I did. What do you?
they were sitting around a table like eating
Oh,
together,
yeah. I
and they
saw
were
that.
like, now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are gone, and I was like, yes, dude, like it's fun to see new Marvel characters talk about old ones
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
because
I'm
those
excited
guys are
that-
history now, and it's just
Yeah. I
they
don't.
built this legacy. I'm
I
fucking
still-
sweating.
I still feel like I don't know how much I really care about the next phase yet.
get
We'll
that.
see. I'm excited to see the movies, but I'm like, I don't
not-
know what they're going towards yet, so it's hard for me to get excited after like fucking 20 superhero movies.
okay, well, it did it again. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
What?
Sean, what's your opinion?
I've been so ready all day to send this to you guys because I've been having so much fun with it at work. The website's called uberduck.ai. You do have to sign in with Discord to be able to use it. But
Oh, is this what I think it is?
it's the
Is this
text
what's
to speech
been on-
synthesizer, yeah.
You can do like Kanye and
Yeah, dude. So there's like a bunch of voices you can type in
it's
whatever you want.
been all over TikTok
Yeah.
this week.
Let's see if it'll do it this time. It didn't, for whatever reason, it fucks up every once in a while, and I did one where it was just like random letters, and it started saying way more than I had put in there. It was like 34 seconds of it just, but the reason, I don't know, dude, I was just geeking out at work, because you can make this say whatever the fuck you want,
So that's
and yeah, so it did it again. It fucked up again, and you can kind of tell it's at 34 seconds. It's not going to take that long.
I feel like
well-
I'm getting cucked right now. Like this is
Yeah.
supposed to be.
dude. I'm sorry. I don't know why this cable might be fucked.
Is it the
Let me-
cable? You were
I don't
just
know.
having.
Yeah, but dude, it was doing it on the.
All right, we're just gonna clip this.
Having some technical difficulties. Anyway, there's one that I saw.
So what is this voice synthesizer?
Yeah, you can just type in whatever you want, and you can choose the Wii Sports announcer. There's the Simpsons, the Muppet Show. There's
Is it
like
still
Jay-Z.
fucked?
Oh, is that where someone did the nice cock from? For real?
I think that's where it came from.
Is it sounds just like the announcer.
Yeah. So
Dude, I've been meaning to buy a new cable.
Well, play
I'm
one
gonna
of your
unplug it again
off the
I'm
soundboard.
gonna
Is
unplug
this-
it again,
Is the sound?
and then I'm just no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this one that is Jay-Z, and that was what I was asking before about the whole. Can I get a booty pic with your pants? Dude, it's,
Can I get a booty pic?
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
It's a copy pasta.
Can I get a booty pic with your panties on and one without them on? Can I also get 3 different pictures of your boobs in any position? Also, can I get just a normal pic of your pussy from the front and one way and spread a bit open?
Dude, it's so
Can I get a booty pic with
so
your panties on
fucking
and
funny to me.
It sounds like should have been him in 8 Mile and being like,
Yeah.
"Fuck a beat, I go a cappella."
Dude, so
Like
that's
he's got a rhythm, dude.
that was at Burger Krang on Twitter who posted that.
That's so funny.
Dude, I honestly feel like we could make the Wii Sports announcer guy say whatever we want now, which is like, and what was so funny is like, I just put in nice, and then like I just slammed on my keyboard.
Yeah.
And it did this. I'm gonna hold my phone up because it's audio on my phone. That's Tucker Carlson.
Why do you got Tucker recordings, bro?
favorite. Just kidding.
Nice, stack dude neres. What naked and subductions. This is
Dude, what? It's like a fucking broken, like
Is it
robot.
TikTok?
No. So what ended up happening was like I typed in like
Did you download it?
yeah, I have the audio for that. So I typed in nice, and then I just like slammed on the keys like for it would have been like a 6-second clip. And for whatever reason, it stretched it to like 34 seconds, and it just kept going. Like
That's so weird.
Zzz.
It's literally like you broke the robot.
Wait, I turned on the effects. Lego.
all right, well, anyway, sorry, that was not how I anticipated
That's
it was
okay.
going to go.
No, that was
but-
great. That's really funny. I kept seeing that, and
I had no idea what you were talking. I was caught
curious.
off guard when it was fucking
totally-
broken in my ear. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, no, that's not what I wanted to happen.
yeah,
I was like,
like,
whoa.
dude, the website's broken. Dude.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, man. That was good though. That's cool.
it's so funny.
Is
There's
it
so many choices.
Is it part of like an app on Discord or something? Like what?
I don't know. It says you have
Why
to
do you
sign in
log
to
in
use
with-
it.
In terms of
You-
titles, that was pretty.
I guess like authenticate to it, so it limits. I guess maybe how many
Yeah.
people are using it.
I've just never seen something like that for
But there's
Discord.
like dude, a
Pokemans?
lot of options in here. Like actors, I can choose Patrick Stewart. I don't know, man. What
Patrick Stewart is boss.
John F. Kennedy, Crash Bandicoot. Coco is who the character is. Johnny Silverhand,
Keanu Reeves.
Danny Phantom.
Oh, dude.
Goofy?
Do Danny Phantom.
I don't know, might fuck up again.
All right, don't do it.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
no,
just thought
that's
it was
really funny.
Thought it was funny. Uberduck.ai. Again, that tweet I just played that was
Putting the house on the market.
reading my email. The tweet that I played from Jay-Z saying that copy pasta was from @BurgerKrang. I think it's his pinned tweet right now. It was like 10 hours ago he posted it.
Burger Crane. Is that Craig or Crane?
No, it's not. It's not the same guy.
What do you have? I straight up don't have shit.
Oh, I thought you said you had some, but
I thought I did, but like I don't know if it's even worth it.
all right. Well, I think this could be fun to talk about for a minute at least. There was a Polygon article from Nicole Carpenter talking about Netflix really wants to get into video games, and I don't want to go through like her whole article, but if you care, go check it out. The main thing is like they're trying to get a department for games up, whatever.
Yeah.
My thought is like, what do you think when you say Netflix making games? What does that really bring to mind? Because they have had licensed games. They got some Stranger Things, of course, because
Some Stranger Things, if
yeah.
you will.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody-
I didn't think about those.
they have some games just because
Are they mobile?
I think they had console releases and stuff, but I mean, I never played any of them. But is it something like that where
House
they
of
might
Cards,
want
the game.
Yeah, they just fucking rip what's his fuck out of the
Kevin.
plot
Kevin.
line.
Something.
He did get hired again.
I saw that.
which I think is pretty crazy.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, but
You
I
need
think
that on there.
license out some IP or did you either of you play Bandersnatch?
Maybe they'll make the OA
Yes.
into a game.
Okay. Well, so that's what you were saying. What does it make you think of? Immediately, you think Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
Yeah, because I don't know, like opening a game studio, I feel like would be silly. Like people like Amazon and Google.
Is that
have
what they're
tried.
doing?
No, I don't think it's really clear. It's just a report, and to be honest with you,
Oh, that's a loud train.
yeah, train's about to be bussing.
Yeah, we got the windows open. Everything be bussing though.
Bruh. But This could be something too where it's announced and then they like it never goes anywhere. But I thought of like interactive movie stuff like Bandersnatch. I know they had some other shit. Didn't they have some Minecraft?
They had Bandersnans.
But did you enjoy that?
I
didn't like it.
Did you
I
play
liked
through
it. I liked it.
Yeah.
You know,
with Danielle.
Sean, you don't even like Black Mirror.
I didn't.
Black Mule.
Black Mirror just like gives me
Bandles.
fucking anxiety.
Oh yeah, dude, it totally fucks up my head. The thing about Bandersnatch is, I thought it was really creative. You know what's really the shitty part about it? I actually wrote a note like 3 or 4 years before it happened, where I was like, "What if TV was interactive and it was like role playing, where you could choose your path?" And I like drew it. I might still have the
So
note.
Netflix ripped you off?
They didn't rip me off, but like I was like, "Yo,
Well, I also feel
that
like there
was
wasn't
my idea."
even 3 to 4 years ago. I don't know that they would have had the tech. I mean,
Well,
the technology to do that. Like
maybe-
you'd have to update the app across every fucking platform to do that. Like that's the only reason it worked, right?
yeah, I mean, maybe not through what they had for Netflix, but there are definitely like games on computer and stuff that are
Yeah.
similar. I mean, not that I've really gotten into it, but visual novels. I know Sean's somewhat familiar since I've mentioned and seen stuff online.
Yeah.
Mason, do you know what visual novels are?
Okay, this is it. I found it. This note is from.
We'll get back to that.
I'm so sorry.
No, continue.
I'm so sorry. This note is from 2/13/17. When did Bandersnatch come out? Who wants to race to the Google?
Sean,
last year, I
on your
thought.
computer.
28
Last year?
2018.
Yeah,
Oh, you
no,
can?
dude.
It was last year.
This note is from
Feels like it.
2/13/17. I'm taking a screenshot of it. I said right here, TV show nonlinear. A nonlinear show pattern allows for 2 separate outcomes and 2 completely different watching experiences, as well as essentially 2 different storylines. The outcome is based on the choice of the viewer.
Yeah, I mean, so choose your own adventure shit's like not like that new, but this is. I mean, there are.
I drew a diagram,
Yeah, I see the 2 paths to show the. No, that's badass.
and then it came out. I was like, "No, that's my
Look,
idea."
so that's what I'm saying is I don't think Bandersnatch was the first one even on Netflix that they had that option for, right?
This
I
will be
know
on
there-
screen for
So
everyone.
they definitely
to-
had the technology.
Yeah. But that was probably the first thing that was like a big IP. There was the Minecraft thing, but was that a game that they also put on Netflix? I don't remember.
Wait,
But
they had Minecraft on Netflix.
there's a Minecraft like choose your own adventure. It was kind of like, as far as I understand, like
Clicking.
Tales of games, like the Tales from the Walking Dead or any of that stuff.
Oh, so it's like cinematic, but you'd make choices.
Yeah. Anyways, I felt like that was a cool idea, and I could see him doing more like that, where they have a section that would be interactive stuff, which I think is cool. But yeah, I don't really know what I expect. Because do they even really have that many IP?
Well, I think if it's gonna be like Bandersnans, then I think that's really cool.
Benedict
Dying.
Dude, I'm
Bandersnatch.
sorry, it's the window.
Yeah,
It's
I
got to
know.
be the window.
Just beasted by pollen, but
Dude, we're getting fucked this episode, just like from all fronts, like the fucking cable.
Let's just cancel it.
Yeah, let's
latest
just cancel it.
All right,
um,
guys. Well, it's been a
Alright.
good time.
welcome back.
I think if they do more like that, it could be fun. But I feel like that's kind of their only option.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Where
what
do
I'm
they?
wondering.
How do they really expand?
Because if they made a whole gaming studio, like making games is like not easy.
Yeah.
And they can't just like bring in.
Didn't
bunch of people.
Amazon? You said it. Amazon Luna, I think it was.
Well, they're doing their cloud streaming thing, but they've tried to make games, and there's
They
like
canceled
not
one that was supposed to be pretty had a
Popular.
lot of hype around it.
There was one like when we had started Debuff, I talked about that was like basically ended up being like a MOBA that you couldn't tell that from what they described it as. I remember when people on Funhouse were playing it, they said like as they were playing the game, they were like, "Oh shit, this is a MOBA," which is like a League of Legends type shit.
They were supposed to.
Lol.
They released it in like early access or beta or some shit, and then pulled it, and then were like, "We'll fix it," and then they just were like, "Yeah, it's canceled."
All of the games that they've announced. Well, I shouldn't say that. New World came out,
Yeah, which I've literally never heard anyone
Yep.
talk about.
but Nova, Intensity, Breakaway, Crucible, I think was the one I was thinking
Yes.
of. And then they were making a Lord of the Rings MMO, which
Yeah.
just got canceled last month, I think.
That's hurt. Not that I would play it.
April
but-
17th, 2021, Amazon canceled the...
Yeah. I just feel like these big like tech companies that are just like, let's throw money at it. I mean, Google Stadia is cool still, you know, maybe Luna will be cool, but
Yeah, last episode I canceled my subscription, I'm pretty sure.
well,
Oh,
and then
really?
and then there was some game that was on there for
Oh, you
free
did?
that I was like, you know what, fuck that. But I'm never going to play it.
I
I'm never
still
gonna-
get Stadia emails. They're like, dude,
Yeah.
here's your free game if you sign up.
yeah, well, that's my thing
Fuck
though,
you
is that
guys.
they were like, we're working on first party games, and there was like one that came out for Stadia because when you try to get into it, like it takes years to make a game. And anyways, I just thought it was interesting because Netflix, it would be cool if you log into Netflix and maybe you are like, you know, Bandersnatch was tight. Never going to go do that again by myself.
Nope.
With friends that haven't played it, I'd love to sit down and spend a couple hours instead of watching a movie, like get to fuck around and be like, pick that and that. I mean, the day it came out, I sat there and played through everything because it lets you like go back and see the paths you didn't see instead of making you like restart.
Uh-huh.
So I definitely just went through everything and was like, oh, you know, it was fun, but you know, probably never ever gonna sit down and be like, yeah, let's do this. But I thought it was a cool idea. But I was saying before that that's not really that new. Visual novels are basically just like, it's a lot of reading, but some of them have like choices. They're visual novels because there's pictures, but it's essentially like almost exclusively like anime themed shit.
In terms of trails, that was pretty epic.
The fucking train.
Dude, that is so fucking loud.
I just feel like it would be cool if there were
Let's just do this
interactive
again next week, dude.
interactive games that
Just start
were
over.
Cancel
live
this one.
action and stuff. Like what was the fucking the dating simulator that fucking
KFC
douche guy-
dating sim.
no, that one is sick. No, I haven't played it. But the you know what I'm talking about? The one that was like the guy that had the like live action scenes of him showing you how
Oh
to
my
like, pick a-
god! Oh, who
Oh
was
my
it?
god.
What was it
yes.
Was it Donkey who did a video on that?
Yeah.
It was
or
either
it-
him or H3. I think it was Donkey.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Donkey dating.
Yes, dude, that was
sim.
such a weird. that
Super
was so weird.
Seducer.
Yeah, Super Seducer.
It was Dunk.
Yeah.
So I just feel like something like that, not that, but games like that would be cool. Where because that's essentially like visual novel style, where you see scenes played out and you watch or read whatever, and
But
then
just not
you
like
get
that.
to choose stuff. Yeah, maybe you know better concept and not that guy, but I feel like things like that could be really cool because there's a huge audience for visual novels and stuff, and I think having something like that on Netflix would be sick, where you sit down and instead of you know watching a show or movie, maybe you are into a mini series where you get to choose stuff and see how it plays out. Like that could be kind of hype.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake. I think Netflix putting money into it is a mistake. Honestly, I think it's gonna
But
fail.
you've already said though you don't even really like care for Netflix much anymore, which I kind
don't.
of agree.
Yeah,
I
straight
again,
up don't, fam.
I mostly like don't watch any streaming services except for my anime shit. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you're all Crunchyroll. and
No, I
YouTube.
got Funimation. I use Verve and Funimation, and but yeah, no, I mean,
Funimation.
there is stuff I watch on Netflix or HBO or Amazon Prime or whatever, right? But I don't know. I mean, when you think of Netflix now, what's their most recent like big hit original?
That's a good question.
Because
What?
there are shows
I don't know,
like
like Queen's Gambit.
yeah, that was good. I really like that.
That
But
was like 6 months ago.
the only and that
Oh,
was a mini series.
It's over now.
But to me, like the next season,
That's
I'm
so 5
looking
minutes
forward
ago.
to from Netflix is probably Ozark, right?
Oh yeah, love.
That's
Ozarks.
fire, but like that is probably the only show off the top of my head that I'm like really hyped up for Netflix.
You know what's crazy about Netflix? I've seen a graphic. It's out there somewhere. You could probably find it. I'll pull it up if I can. The problem with Netflix that I've read about is that they're pushing all this money into content, into creating original content. Dude, it sounds like we're in a video game. The birds are freaking me the fuck out. It's because it's like I keep hearing them under me
Must have
talking.
been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Well, can I
Uh,
ask before you get this, because I feel like I might know, I want to guess. Are you gonna say how like they always cancel their shit because it brings in new viewers to have new shows?
I'm not,
Okay,
but I didn't know that.
it's because if
Well,
if
that
season,
makes
happened with the
sense.
OA,
season
dude.
3 isn't gonna bring
That's
in
right.
new viewers because people are like, if I haven't seen the show, why would I subscribe? But a new IP is gonna bring in new subscribers.
Yeah, and I have
Anyways.
a point to make about that, but I want to say this. So they've been. Do you remember what that metric was? It was like they put like $8 billion into content, like in 2018 or
Yeah,
something.
I don't remember, but
Do
yeah.
you remember hearing that number though?
I don't
it
know
was
about
like
8
some
billion,
crazy
but yeah,
number.
they put in a shit
I don't know
crazy
if it was
number.
8 billion.
Yeah.
No, I think it was 8 billion. I'm not fucking kidding. I think it was either that or it was 800.
I don't
million.
not believe you, but that seems like a lot.
But
But like
either way-
$100 million a show, which is not a lot, is like 80 shows. So bring that to like, 200 million, 40 shows. Yeah,
If you type in $8 billion Netflix programming,
it's really not that much money for how many shows they were making, and not only creating, but they were buying so many licenses and stuff.
why don't you read that for me there? There,
That's
guy.
fucking nuts. Netflix reveals $17 billion
Okay.
in content spending in fiscal 2021.
Double everything. Well, so again, and I've
Okay,
said this
so
before.
more.
One thing that bothers me is that I've always said this, they put Netflix original on things that are not theirs. And I know this
Yeah.
specifically because I've talked about with anime, if they get the specific license for distributing in North America or whatever, they put Netflix original on it, even though they had fuck all to do with it.
And like the rebrand of like Arrested Development.
Yeah,
or like-
shows
like-
they buy, they call it Netflix
and they
original
do a new
because now they
season.
know it's theirs. I mean, it's the same with You, that show I watched one day. I was like sick and I watched
Oh,
it, and it
the,
turns out that was like a
the
fucking
murderer guy.
yeah, it was a
Lifetime.
Lifetime TV show. And I
No
was,
way.
yeah, and I was like, dude, I just got conned into watching a Lifetime show because it said Netflix original because they bought the license or whatever. It was a good show. I'm not hating on it, but I was just
Dude,
like,
you
damn,
got
dude.
fucking red.
I was like, my
pilled.
mom would be fucking proud, dude. This is lifestyle pill.
I'd be like, dude, let's get some fucking F's in the chat. No,
Anyways.
but okay, so they spent all this money on TV shows and movies and whatever. The problem that they're having is that only 2 or 3 of their shows are the most watched on their platform. So in the top 10, only only like Ozarks, Orange
There's no
is the
S.
new black.
Yeah. Ozark.
And what did I say? Ozark?
You said
You said
Ozarks.
twice.
Okay,
Actually.
Ozarks.
They do say like the Ozarks.
Is it Ozark?
It's
The
Ozark.
show is
Just
Ozark.
Ozark?
Yeah.
But they
Fuck,
do. I
dude.
think they do call it the Ozarks. in the
Yeah,
show.
because that's what
Dude,
it's.
we're
yeah,
getting
but-
fucking old, dude.
Sean hates the additional S on the
We
things.
used to hate that, and now I'm like,
now
let's go
you're
to
doing it?
Panera's,
Yeah. He still hates Ruby Tuesdays.
dude. All my cousins and shit were saying Kroger's, and I was like, stop,
The
dude.
worst one is Aldi's.
Yeah, dude, let's go to Steve Kroger's.
All these nuts.
all these junks. Yeah, no, that's what they said too. They were like, we got an Aldi's and a Lidl's. And I
Yeah.
was like, bro, stop.
It's so weird
Uh,
because I used to say all these, but now hearing it, I'm like, it's hurt.
Dude,
It hurts.
it's
Like,
so
it's-
bad.
It sucks because it's not. It always sounds like a possessive S, like
like
there-
Arby's.
like there's a guy who started it, and his name
Is Aldi.
was like Jeff
His name was
Aldi.
Arby.
His name was
now it's Arby's.
I always say this. And
It
I always
was
think of you.
Martin.
I always say Steve Arby's or like Steve Panera, but like these are all just fucking
Yeah.
made up words. But
I mean, I don't know.
I'm coming way back around.
Yeah,
here
let's
about
go.
the Netflix shit. What were you gonna say?
No more tangents.
No, it's fine.
Like all the stuff
Yeah.
that they were paying for, The Office, Friends.
Yeah, that was the
They-
other 7 of their 10.
and I think even now, Handmaid's Tale is Amazon, right, or Hulu? It's Hulu.
The one I've never used.
Yeah, I never use it. You like it? You like Chulu? Isn't that
No.
BoJack?
No, that's Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, it's Netflix.
We have Hulu, but we rarely watch it.
Yeah, we whaley do too.
Rarely.
So yeah, they like. I think they were spending. I could be wrong about this. I think like $1 billion or $2 billion just to have The Office.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's not there anymore.
it's crazy.
Look, it is insane, right? But that's how they keep people. And I know people that are like, yeah, I'm watching Friends for the 10th time. And I'm like, you know,
They just
Good
had the
for you.
reunion, dude. Fuck that.
but
That show's fucking trash,
yeah.
dude.
well,
Flame me in the comments. Friends is an ass show.
yeah, I don't.
It had some good. This is gonna be a TikTok. It had some good episodes, but like, dude, I read some fan theory that Ross is actually Rachel's brother, so it's incest. Can you close that battery
Wincest?
thing?
Disgusting,
It's
dude.
on, but Jesus
It's
Christ, man.
disgusting.
There's a little flip on the bottom.
Yeah, no, Friends is garbage. I'll
got
agree
it.
with you on that.
I just pushed something, dude. I don't know how to do this.
Did you close it?
I don't know what the flip.
Okay, look at the bottom there.
You can't.
You see that? Other side. Other side. Other side. Okay. Look at it from
just
this
don't
side.
hit the
I
table.
Can't, I can
Look at it from this side. Let it fall down. You see that little turn knob? So when you put it up, you lock it. Yes. Okay.
Dude, I could not see it from here.
Dude,
I'm seeing the
fuck you,
back.
dude.
Like there's a fucking.
Thank you.
Friends
Alright.
is garbage. I will agree with you on that.
Yeah, I don't.
And-
The Office was good until I think Michael.
I don't like
left.
The Office.
I think The Office was a funny show. I think it's the same thing that happened with Rick and Morty, that the fan
culture,
base kills
yeah.
it. Like it just kills it. Like
Rick and Morty just started
The Office.
on its new
Also,
season.
like looking back at some of the stuff, it is really fucking like it's pretty fucking stupid.
Well, dude, it's sometimes it's hard to watch because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
mega cringe.
Yeah, no, that's my problem, and that's why I like Parks and Rec more
That
than The
show was
Office, is
funny as
because
fuck.
I felt like The Office was like, oh, all the characters are weird and cringe, and then Parks and Rec was like, yeah, they're weird, but they're like more normal office worker people that you could see just being a little eccentric.
It was a little more based in reality.
Yeah, whereas The Office, I was like, you see any of these people working with you, you'd be like, they're a weirdo. When they're all in the same office, it's like, wow, this is just a crazy show.
Did I show you that TikTok where it's like that person watching The Office and they're like, oh my god, this part's gonna be so funny. Pam is really gonna get Jim here. It's gonna be so good. I really can't believe that Pam just did that to Jim. Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous.
You might have shown.
Oh, yeah,
that.
dude, it's spot on. And I haven't watched that show in years.
Well,
and it's just
Yeah.
it reminded me of something, and I want you guys to tell me if you guys had this happen. Maddie and I were in the car on the way to Dirty Myrtle, and we were talking about The Office for some reason, and I was like, yeah, when I used to have an iPod video, I just like randomly had purchased 3 episodes of The Office.
I had an Office episode on my iPod.
Why
video.
did she was like, so did I. I totally did that
I think it's
too.
because when we got the iPod video,
You're like,
the most popular show at the time was The Office.
Uh-huh.
And I guarantee you went to iTunes, went to video, and it
Top.
was the top
Yeah. Show.
show.
Or whatever.
And everyone was like, yeah, just let me get the
$3.99.
I want to watch a video on my new thing that plays video now.
Can you imagine today buying 1 episode of a TV show and being like, I'm satisfied now?
No.
Exactly. It's so it's like chaotic fucking like maniacal behavior to be
So,
like,
I mean,
I'm gonna buy 1 episode.
Google Play would do that every once in a while, where it would give you like 2 episodes free to a show that they wanted you to buy the rest
Yeah.
of. But
No, dude, that's crazy.
That is, dude, that's chaotic fucking evil.
If I'm gonna buy it, I'm buying the whole season, and it better not be like however much an episode was, right? Like
I'm not.
Dude, so I'm a huge fan of Ghost Adventures, and
yeah, I remember we
and so
I don't understand.
I know. I want to make it very clear. I know that they're douchebags. I know that the stuff that they're capturing is probably staged, but they are so douchey.
probably.
Did you hear that?
I said, yeah, probably. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they are. Like, except for a few things that it's like, that's not even paranormal.
Maybe their Geiger counter goes off because it's actually radioactive.
Yeah,
Where they are,
'cause they're-
not because there's
it's
ghosts.
an old building.
Yeah.
Dude, all I can think about is that fucking YouTube poop. The fucking
But so so I was like, I'd like to have all the seasons.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so I realized, like, oh, there's not a box set, or at least there wasn't then. And there's like 25 seasons maybe, and each season has like anywhere from 10 to 30 episodes. And I did the math, and it was like $800 if I wanted to buy it all because you couldn't like buy it individually. Dude, it was, and I considered it. I was like, I might do it, but now they're on Discovery Plus, so I might just have to do that.
Yeah, I will say it is crazy how expensive some shows can be to go buy them. Right.
Yeah, it's like you would never. They're so expensive.
I don't know. I mean, I like buying some shows I enjoy or movies to have on Blu-ray, which eventually will be fucking
Obsolete.
phased out. But it's just fun for me to have those because I like watching stuff on streaming and shit like that. Whatever I'm doing, but
Whenever I see stuff like that, like we go to used bookstores a lot, and like you'll see like season 3 of Scrubs, the box set, and you're like, Who is that for?
Well, that's what's crazy is
Do you guys have a DVD player like that's not a console?
No.
No.
I mean, I
And
have.
so I'm like,
no. Well,
who the fuck is this for?
Well, again, I mean, that came out. It's probably like pretty older if it's a reprint, then sure. But it's crazy to me with something like Scrubs that had like 8 seasons or something. I don't
And
remember.
just buying like season 3.
Yeah, for like $20 again, it's like buying all of them would be ridiculous. Like, but then I think about, I'm like, okay, well, I did spend like $50 on Mr. Robot box set, and that's like a 4-season show, right?
Look,
But-
that's a really good show, but
Yeah.
that's a ridiculous purchase. I'm
Well,
sorry.
my
I could
fucking-
never do that.
Not to fucking do this all the time, but dude, anime Blu-rays can be expensive as fuck. Because I guess it's part of it is like they don't make a lot of money on air in the show; they get off merchandise. But some of these fucking Blu-rays, dude.
Dude, why are you
It's
buying
hundreds of
Blu-rays,
dollars.
Steve? That
'Cause I like to
that
have
is
the
such
collection
a dying
for-
art. Like I
for-
love you to death, but like,
Dude, future
why?
future me might want to just just have those, or maybe one day I have kids and I'm like, this is what I used to.
Dude, you're
It's
gonna,
gonna be like
you're gonna break out the laser disc player.
all the fucking VHSs my grandpa had that we got left with.
the
that-
thing that's crazy to me is that Blu-ray is still only 1080. Like,
Yeah, what exactly?
You think I'm watching anime in 4K, bro? It's not
I
even
know,
available.
I understand that. That's not.
I
that's
want
not
you
the
to
point
be
of-
happy.
that's
Dude,
not the
there's some
point. All
shows
I'm
I have
saying
to
is
watch that are only ever
they're
been in
still-
720p.
They're still releasing every
Yeah, I
fucking
understand.
show and movie
In
on
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
It's such a fucking waste of plastic.
I mean, I think okay. So
I'm a collector.
offense.
Two
I'm a
things,
collector,
two
No
things.
offense.
I'm
Two
a
things here.
collector.
One, it's nice to have a physical copy of something. It's
I
nice
get
to be
that.
able to go back and watch it whenever you want. If you don't have internet or whatever the situation is, or if that show gets taken off of your streaming service that you pay for and you don't want to have to pay for a second one to watch it, makes sense. The second thing is, I mean, it just comes down to DRM. Like, and this was a video I watched today or
Owning your
yesterday about like the Xbox. It was today. I watched it on my lunch break. The Xbox Series X has a pretty big DRM issue, and it was a modern vintage gamer video. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Every single time.
I don't think there's been an episode in the past 10 weeks that you
Dude, I love him.
dude.
He's such a.
There's this guy.
I think-
modern vintage game.
I do think he
Dude,
did
that is
mention
so funny.
last time.
I swear to God, it's been like 6
You're,
weeks. in a
you're right.
row.
I do mention. Him
He's a
every
great
single time.
YouTube channel.
But he
I hope
he
he's
pointed
getting
something out that I
views.
didn't realize because I don't have an Xbox Series X
Or S.
or S, and he was like, they are releasing games that are both Xbox One and Xbox Series in one box that work for both.
Oh, that's
games.
cool.
Well,
The problem is, if you buy one of those games and you put it in your Xbox One and you don't have an internet connection, it has to verify that you are able to play that software with an internet connection. And same thing with all of the previously purchased titles. So if you purchase something through the Xbox Store, you have to have an internet connection for it to check to see whether or not you can play that game. Now, you can set that console as your home console, and some games will work and some will not. You need to watch the video if you're making that face at
no,
me.
I'm just saying, like, I don't understand because if it is your primary console, it shouldn't ever check online.
You were like, you need to fucking not make that fucking face.
I mean, I'm believing that
No,
he's
so-
not wrong
no,
about whatever he's
Dude,
saying.
he
but
did like 4 tests, and he's like, it's bullshit.
I've
that
heard about this, and that shit is fucked.
The other thing is that you can't set the Xbox up without an internet connection. Like, you have to register the Xbox with Microsoft, you have to connect it to the internet, which is crazy to me because, okay, we're putting faith in Microsoft that they're going to bring all of these titles that we've already purchased forward into the next generation.
Uh-huh.
They've done it with the 360, they did it with the Xbox One, they did it with the Xbox One X, and then the series. All of the games are backwards compatible, which is great. But if the store were to just shut down, like PlayStation did with their store, or
they didn't shut down
Microsoft
the
is,
Vita store.
right? Yes, but when the store inevitably shuts down, you're not gonna be able to play on your fucking console you purchased anymore.
Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah, that's big. That's big booty.
Yeah, I feel like there's a part of this that I'm missing because if you bought the physical game, you're saying it needs to check.
Because so it's only the ones, at least right now, from what I understand. And
I'll be sweating.
I would
though.
I would watch the video and listen to him say it. He explained it a lot better than I can. But the way that the two console compatible discs work is that it has probably the lesser of the two on the disc, and
And then it has to install. It's a free update. It's not that it's
no. So you install it, but you're installing probably the older, like the
Yes.
Xbox One X version of the game,
Right.
and Xbox One X versions of the game need internet connection to be to verify that you are able to play them. So if you had no internet connection, you're in the middle of the woods, you went out and bought a game that's compatible for both the Xbox Series X and Xbox One X, you put it in there and you install it, you cannot play the game without connecting the console to the internet.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't make the rules.
It just doesn't make any
it's
sense
bullshit.
to me because
Straight bullshit.
I feel like the only thing that could make sense is if you're saying it was the base version gets installed on a Series console and it wants to update to the Series X version.
Either way, that's fucked up.
Well, I know, but no, but it's because it's technically what's happening is they're releasing the Xbox One version of the game.
Then don't do it
on disc, and then if you have a Series console and you plug that in, you get a free update so that they're not releasing two versions of the game.
Well, then either
or
release
putting
two
both of them-
versions.
No, because then you have to buy either. You can have a one console, Xbox One, and when you get a Series, you get a free update instead of having to purchase the game a second
I understand
time.
it doesn't affect us right now, or none of us even have one. None of us don't have an internet connection. I don't think any of us plan on getting one. You might, but in the future, I can get my Xbox 360 disc and put it in my Xbox 360, and it'll work. Same thing with the Xbox Series X. If there's a game, Xbox Series X, the fucking naming convention
It's fucked.
is so stupid.
Dude, the PS
You go out and buy a strictly
Series X.
strictly Xbox Series X video game, you plug it in, it works. But if it's one that's backwards compatible or is released on both consoles, it does not work. So you've paid money for a game that essentially is not going to work unless you have the internet connection.
Yeah, no, it is bullshit. But I'm saying I think it's the free upgrade thing. Because if you
I hear you on that.
if you went and bought an Xbox One and put that game in there, it would work.
So yes, but he also would download an Xbox 360 game from his store, then take his console offline, and then try and open it, and it won't open.
That I also don't understand. I'll need to watch the video because I kind of feel like there's a part I'm missing.
He's Australian, right?
Yeah,
He's
dude.
like,
Honestly,
They also
Rick
got,
here. Dinner.
he's honestly
36 chicken
no.
breasts.
I will say this is also probably more of a problem for someone in Australia where they don't have good internet everywhere. Not like all of America does either, but it's like a pretty significant problem in Australia.
I just
where-
think that DRM.
that's true. That is a good
DRM
point.
is like it's so evil. Like
yeah.
the idea of it is just
Well,
inherently fucking evil. I understand that I don't want to buy a disc and install it on my Xbox and then give it to Mason and he install it on his Xbox and then give it to you and then
Well, that's why they use the disc as you have to read it
Right.
still. But that's the problem is when you buy a disc, you're literally just like buying a license and they can fuck you whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
Yup.
or the disc gets scratched and you got to buy another license. But
He has such an interesting voice. Keep going. Sorry. I'll say it after.
I mean, I think that DRM, I think there needs to be a alternative or something different, or another way to do this because it just seems absurd to me that you're going to go out and spend $60 on a video game and not be able to play it if you're a person who has no internet. Like,
Which is a possibility. Everybody's not that lucky to have.
or
think about-
in the future that they shut down that store 20 years from now,
The apocalypse happened.
Well,
no internet.
no
Here-
Xbox.
Part of the
Xbox.
problem with PC gaming now is that other than some places like GOG,
GOG.
or what itch.io,
Yeah.
don't they let you get DRM
I
free?
think so.
Like, unless
What
someone's
the
distributing
fuck
it.
are you guys are saying gibberish.
GOG, like Good Old Games, it's another launcher.
It's like
basically.
Steam,
Yeah.
essentially, but you buy it and then they give you the game without any DRM.
It's like an exe installer file with
Steam.
I like that.
Steam also has some pretty heavy DRM. Like you can't launch a Steam game without Steam running.
Yeah, most of the launchers do
Yes.
that shit. But GOG was one of the first to be a pretty big store that was like, we're not going to do that. They started with mostly old games, but there's other things on there. It's actually owned by CD Projekt Red, The Witcher, and Cyberpunk team.
Cyber trash.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, unless you
Keanu.
can, except for places like that where if you have that I know people that everything they buy off of GOG they put on a backup hard drive for like, just because now if the internet does go out, not that that's what they're planning for, or whatever, it's like I've got the installer, I've got my DRM free copy forever. I don't ever have to be connected to the internet to play that again. And that's cool.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
it's just crazy to me,
crazy.
dude. Like,
But other than that, you're fucked. Like if your Steam account, even if I get hacked and Steam doesn't want to help me get my account back, I just lost
all your
hundreds of
games, yeah.
dollars, which at that point I'd be like, well, if I'm not playing online, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll just get a crack to not check for Steam DRM because it's already installed on my computer.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I bought it. But
yeah. I just think I really wish there was some alternative that like worked both for, well, fuck the corporations mostly, but both worked for the corporation and the people who made the game and for the end user. So you're not having to rely on something that's not
yeah.
always accessible to everybody. Like, I mean, yeah, if you don't have an internet connection, you're not downloading games from Steam, right?
I mean,
like,
you're probably not a PC gamer if you don't have
Yeah.
good internet. Like you don't have the choice.
I mean,
Dude,
but like,
are you even a
I
fucking
mean,
gamer, dude?
most
Yeah, I
most
mean,
PCs
know what I'm
now
saying?
don't even come with a fucking
Disk
disc
drive.
reader, right? So
That's true.
when I went to go play Oblivion again, Steve had the anthology for Elder Scrolls, and I got the Oblivion disc, and I have an external DVD reader. I put it in that and installed it, and I have to have the disc inserted into my console or PC to play it. But you know that's
no, you can get an OCD crack.
well, I'm just saying out of the box, that's how it works.
I want
But
to say two things. One about Modern Vintage Gamer. He has this very specific accent,
He-
and
dude,
I'm trying to figure it out in my head. He's like,
I think he's very from.
Modern Vintage Gamer. It's
I
like
don't, I don't think it's that.
it's
I don't
like
think it's that
no,
Australian.
no, no, no. It's not. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get it in my head because he's like he has a newspeak voice.
No, that's why I
Yeah.
think I like him so much. His voice is very fucking.
This is
soothing.
what you do. Modern
Uh,
Vintage Gamer.
Modern.
It's not like a hard
I feel like I'm so American, and I just thought he was British for a long
when you
time.
plug in
I
the
f-
console.
I think
It's like that. That was closer.
I still feel like
I want to say he's like fucking from New Zealand. He lives
Yeah.
in Kansas, dude.
Are you serious?
Dude, we're not in Kansas anymore.
I was
fam.
gonna say I did not
No,
think he was
lives-
Australian.
He lives in
dude.
Kansas.
Dude, we're not in Famsus.
I said earlier that like, okay, if he's in Australia, the internet's worse. I was just going off.
I
what
feel
you
like he
said.
always says a word like that I'm hearing in my head. Like, you know how Google always says, "Hey, everybody." He says
Dude.
like in the console. Like it's like
He does say he
he
does
says
say.
something like that.
I would highly recommend watching that video, dude, because it was pretty like mind blowing. I know I
I
recommend
know
a video.
you're gonna come back next week with a fucking MVG video.
Dude, I watched them all. Like, every video he
Well,
puts up, I pretty
it's
much.
either
They're
hi-
good.
it's either him
they
or,
are clickable AF. I will give you that.
yeah,
But you do be
Who's
you know
the-
what I'm saying watching
uh,
that.
Retro Future.
I do watch a lot of him too.
I haven't watched as many as usual, but I used to watch him straight up every day.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like it's either Modern Vintage Gamer or Retro Future. Sean constantly has a good.
Elliot
Video.
Cole.
He's a
Uh,
badass.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's
I
from,
watch a
he's
lot of
from Wales.
Tech Alter too, but that's like,
Dude, you know
more
what we
like-
should be watching?
Invincible.
Hey guys, this is Austin.
dude.
Dude, he
I
got
cannot-
we talked about this. He got bullied out of saying that.
Dude, it's so funny to me because there's that
Hey guys, this is
video
Austin.
of him for 34 minutes. 34 minutes.
It was his thing.
Well, if he
dude.
has a million videos, dude.
it was
I mean-
his everybody.
I,
That was
Well, fucking Drew Gooden's "Hey Guy," like I know that's
Hey
funny
guy.
and stuff, but
but that is like a joke.
I know, but I'm just saying, like everyone has their intro
Everybody has
phrase,
their thing, and we mix. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their thing.
you know.
Hey guys, this is Austin. So the one thing I wanted to say, because you're talking about DRM, you're talking about internet. I just want you guys. I want to pick your brain and ask you guys a question. What do you actually think would happen if the fucking internet actually went out?
I would die.
Well, not just you, not like I would
Okay.
die. Like you
No,
know,
I mean, yeah,
the
I would go- I would be-
repercussions
I would
of
be
like the
gone.
macro fucking repercussions.
I mean, at
Like,
this point, like,
and the towers go out.
Yeah, I mean everything would be.
What do you
fucked
think?
for a long
What would
time.
happen?
well, we wouldn't be doing this podcast, that's for sure.
We'd still be putting.
We'd be we'd be over the fucking
On the
radio
darknet.
waves, bro, dude. We'd be doing some of that.
Build a radio tower.
Go to AM.
Yeah.
We'll be like, hey guys, what video games do you not download this week?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Hey guys, glad I bought all those
I don't know,
physical
dude.
Switch
I
games.
I wouldn't have a job. No one would have a job. honestly, no one would have
Nobody would have a
society would
fucking
collapse.
Job.
Society
That's
would
a
collapse.
great point.
Like,
I that's
mean,
what I thought the
what-
answer was.
what-
I might still have a job, but
Yeah, but how?
Yeah, you might.
Not me. How are you gonna do it though?
You might still have a
can't,
job.
You'd have to be on
Dude,
the phone.
you have to
all
do
day.
chemistry online now.
I mean,
Offline.
to be honest, yeah, I mean, I
Be
Google shit.
offline, dude.
It just look a lot of these things. You're right, but everything it would take a long time. But we'd have to regress back to for my job instead of fucking Googling stuff for research. I'd be going into fucking libraries. I mean, dude, just kill
thing
me
is,
now.
the
You'd be making fucking videotape recordings that they'd be playing on TV. Like you wouldn't be doing this uploading shit over the internet. You'd be delivering physical media
To
Sean?
YouTube, to YouTube's mailbox.
You'd be out here. You know what I'm saying? Like
The thing
maybe
is,
you wouldn't have a job. I don't
the
know.
thing is, we might have a blackout period.
Dude, I think the world is going to fucking burn if that happens.
So,
Well,
but
yeah.
no,
like for 3 days or however long it is.
it would have to. You'd have to lose electricity because if the internet as we know it just went away, people would build a new one. Like that's really all it is. If we didn't have internet anymore,
Yeah.
all I'd have to do is figure out a way to run a line from your house to my house, and now we're talking to each other without having to be sitting next to each other.
I guess
anymore.
I'm
It's
saying
called a
like worst
landline.
case scenario, like where like for some reason,
we just can't internet anymore.
like like the internet, like all they just like every server in the world fries and like this and this and this. Now we have the infrastructure with all of the cabling to like find a way to get it back, but like let's just assume you have a week with no internet. Like
Yeah,
how
but-
fucking chaotic that
I
would
have
be.
had that. My internet that I fucking hate Comcast.
Like imagine how many stores would be like, we don't take cash. Like we don't do cash.
yeah,
No, I think they wouldn't be taking cards.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Or, I'm sorry.
I think
Yeah.
that
I'd be
Well,
fucked.
no. I know. That's what I'm saying. We don't take cash, so what the fuck are we gonna do? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I had a real panic when we ran out of gas. Like when gas was
It's
freaking
exactly why I brought it up.
because I was like, if this continues, I'm not gonna be able to get to the office anymore, and
Yeah,
I,
and you're really gonna be sad about that.
not gonna be too upset about it. But our whole business is putting things in a truck and bringing that to somebody. That's not my job, but if
the company.
that's not
Bro,
happening,
is that your job?
if that's not happening, then I don't have a job.
Oh, you can.
I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I can't.
No, yeah. I mean, I think about the fucking like caveman apocalypse that would happen of people just like immediately buying guns and shit and like just like
That's what I
compounded.
joked about with their gas. I was just like, do I need to get strapped, bro? Like,
Yeah.
what happens now?
I
Like,
saw this meme today. It
Dude,
was like
all those videos of people putting it in like garbage bags
dude,
and
it's
shit.
disgusting. It was me driving to my stupid job because society refuses to collapse, and like some woman crying in the car.
Is
like,
that's a famous actress, right?
yeah, I don't know what show
Renee
this is again.
Zellweger.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like it's if the internet went out for a week
or
I don't-
longer.
like I think that a lot of bad shit would happen.
Because you can't turn on the news and people are like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Like you can't do that. Like you have to like be like, oh, okay. Like,
I mean, would we not have cable? Like, what do you?
well, dude,
is that? I mean,
cable is digital now.
Yeah, that's fair. But you just said internet, so we're saying all that though.
I mean,
You said towers and phones. Yeah. Okay. So assuming all that was gone, yeah. I mean, I guess like I'd read a book.
I feel like the purge would happen.
kill
I
myself.
couldn't pay my bills.
Yep.
I couldn't
You
tell
can-
my
you-
boss I
most-
don't have internet.
Most of the time, you can mail in bills now, but
He's in California, so
You couldn't play Xbox One Series X games.
Nope, you couldn't do that.
play all the physical Switch games I've bought and haven't touched yet.
I'd probably just play. Oh no, those are all online. Just
Oh,
kidding.
dude, my gotcha games, bro. I gotta
Yeah.
be online for
Yeah.
those, dog. What
exactly.
the fuck? Yeah, I'd die.
Dude, I'd fucking pull up like pinball
all the skins I bought,
or like
dude.
fucking Minesweeper. Play a little solitaire, you know?
and just boot up Windows XP and just get on the fucking pinball game. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
no, I
I'm
mean, dude,
hot
it-
as fuck,
yeah.
dude.
I know it's
I'm
hot.
sticking in the
We
chair.
can
We're
we can
wrapping
cut
up,
it.
but-
We can cut it. We're almost to an hour.
Well, I got two things to say. One, yeah, I think it would be fucked. I think people would go crazy as much as we would like to pretend that the internet doesn't rule our lives. Like
it do.
everything, like I said, it would take a long time if it was shut down for a significant amount of time, but we would have to regress to, you know, how they used to do things, unfortunately, which sounds terrible. But
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, have to
I hate books.
turn my lights off with the switch instead of my voice.
I know. It's just all these things. Like I have to like look up the weather.
the
like I
woes.
have to like
Go outside.
you know,
like every time I wake up, I'm like, I'm like, what time is it? I always say it in like a weird voice. I'm like, you never talk to smart home items. I always do a weird accent.
I talk to it like a person
Dude,
because Sean taught me once the robots
do
rise
that?
up.
It's what. I mean, not really. I always try and say thank you.
If you're
and
talking
please
to Google, how do you say it? Like exactly how you say it.
I'll be like, well, Google, what's the weather? Because you don't have to pause with, like, I think a lot of people don't realize that. They'll be like, well, Google, and then wait, and then say it, where you can just speak fluidly to it, and it should understand.
Sometimes
Wait, what was that?
My phone just was like answering me.
Yeah, what was that?
Sometimes I will pause because my fucking Google Home, like half the time, not half the time, but a lot of times, I think it's where it is in my room. It
I'm
just
gonna
like
bleep
doesn't
it, by the way, so that
doesn't-
people's shit doesn't go off.
notice.
Dude, there's some tech YouTuber I was watching that they always say Google Gome.
Yeah, well, I've heard people do it in reverse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fox.
Yeah, here.
Oh, well, crying.
It's terrifying. It sounds like a girl dying.
Um,
I say this is what I say. I'm like, turn on the light. Like, why do I talk like that? I don't talk like that.
I will tell you, it's a lot of old people do that too. Like,
Yeah, well, I'm
just
fucking
like
old now.
I'm just
Here
yelling
he's. What's the weather?
Dude, oh
like?
my god! Say what you're gonna say. I want to talk about that.
That's basically where I'm at right now. Is like just people like yell at their Apple Watch, and
Dude, my mom does it. I was
Dude.
with her all week, and she talked to text. Every text. And I can't tell if she's reading a text to me or to my dad or writing one. And she'll go, so great to see you, hyphen. Can't wait to see the kids, comma. The foxes are crazy. And it's like, I can't have a conversation while you're doing talk to text. Stop doing. You're so fucking old. I love you, but like, just type it. And she's like, no, it's fine. And then she does like, she says like fucking medical shit. And she's like, I've got an OBGYN this week. And I'm like, I don't want to know that. No one in the car wants to know that.
Look, I will say, I think it
do you
is
not
a-
have?
no,
Does no one around you
no,
do that?
well, no.
I know. So
Do you not hang out with your mom every day like
well,
I
she,
do?
She doesn't do that. She doesn't talk to text much.
I can see Brian doing that.
I
don't
feel like
think he
Brian.
does.
I
He's
don't-
like,
I don't
hey,
know.
Ryan
yeah,
has
yeah.
like just
Dude,
he types and he's
oh
like
my God.
size 64 font.
I
on
wish
his
you
phone.
could see
Yes,
his.
that
He
was
has
my
the,
mom. That mom
dude,
does too.
His iPhone is. He's got the the biggest iPhone you can fucking get.
12 Max Pro,
whatever.
Max.
Yeah, and then also his text messages are like 4 words.
Yes, dude. My mom.
Before
does
he's
the
like
same
scrolling,
shit.
Dude, it's every time he like tries to show
the
me a text to
emails.
read. Yeah,
Dude.
I'm just like, yo, dude.
How do you read one word at a time?
I mean, you know, it's just funny, and I get it. It's like, you know, so they can see, right?
I
But,
mean, you know, whatever.
Dude, this last thing. My dad, I love him to death. And luckily he has an iPhone now, but for many, many years, even after like the iPhone 6 came out, he still had like a slide orange phone. You remember the slide ones?
Yes, like a dumb phone.
Yeah.
It's a feature phone.
Yeah, it's for geriatric people.
like the
he
Envy
just
or
he just
something.
turned 69. He's fucking old.
Well-
But so he had for probably 10 or 12 years, he had like either a flip phone or a slide phone or like a Nokia brick or whatever it was. And he was using T9, which I will give him like, this is why he typed this way. But any chance that he had to use numbers instead of letters, I don't know, like if he thinks that like I can't read words, but he'd be like, can't wait to see
Yeah.
you. Like, ready for the trip.
Yeah.
And it's like, Dad, how busy are you?
No, I think my mom was the same.
Like,
Even
it's
when
insane.
she got a smartphone, which Sean forced her one year, just bought her one and was like, "Stop with your fucking flip phone or whatever it was." But same thing where she's gotten better, I think now, but she definitely was doing the 2, 4, whatever. And
Yeah.
my least favorite is things where it was like, when they would use the @ symbol, and I'm like, it literally took as many clicks to click symbols and hit the @ key than to type AT. Like,
Yes.
things like that where you notice like 2TO where it's like you had to hit numbers 2 like.
Does he still do the number thing?
He doesn't text a whole. I'll tell you. I don't know. Let me look.
And I do want to say one thing while you're looking. While I understand the text to or like voice to text, whatever, is different. I noticed that you almost exclusively seem to answer your phone on speaker. Is that a family thing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dude, that's probably because of my mom.
Well, dude, I mean, I do that quite a bit at work. For work, I don't talk on the phone very much regularly. But if it's more than a 5-second conversation, I don't want
shouldn't
to
do
hold.
that.
No.
I don't want to hold my fucking like. It's so uncomfortable to do.
I'm not calling you. I'm not saying don't do that. I mean, you'll answer whatever. It's Maddie calling you, whatever, and you put on speaker, and I'm just
Dude,
like,
speaking of people using like their phones wrong, there was the one time, like, I don't know what my mom does, but she always creates a new group chat with
Dude.
me, Danielle, and Steve.
Oh,
And
she does.
I don't know how she does it.
Holy
because,
shit!
because I
That
literally
is so
I've,
annoying.
Dude,
I've
hold
literally
on.
tried to recreate what she's doing because
when you do it with Android, if you add the
goes to
same
the-
people, it creates this. It goes back to the same group normally.
yeah. So I don't know how she's doing it.
Could she possibly be? That's so weird.
It
could
shows
she,
up
Could
for-
she be deleting the old one?
I don't know because if you the thing is if you do that and you type to the same people and it's archived, it should bring that same one back. So she'd either have to be straight up deleting it.
What phone
But-
she got?
But I end up with 4 or 5 conversations with me, Steve, and Danielle.
Dude, that is so fucking funny.
Dude,
I swear my parents used to do that. That is so fucking annoying.
the funniest part about it is that she does it, and like I don't even think she knows half the time what's happening because then she'll just like click on a conversation, and maybe it's because the font size
Like
is
an
big or
old
something,
one?
where it'll be like Sean and me, and then she doesn't see that Danielle's in
dude,
it, and she was like, "I think I'm gonna buy Danielle this for Christmas," and
Dude,
we're like,
it straight up told Danielle what she was getting her for Christmas
Oh my god!
in the group chat. And I was like, Mom,
You can't be doing that.
are you kidding me?
Dude, I can't
I honestly
believe-
think it's what Steve said. It's the font is so fucking big that it's just bled off the screen. It's because it probably only fits Steve's full name, half of my name, and not the rest of
What phone does she have?
She has a Pixel 3A, I think.
Oh. Dude, that's so bizarre. That
Yeah,
she,
I don't know how she's doing it, dude. I've
It's,
tried.
it's awesome because, like, I believe you. I believe that you're like, how the fuck are you doing this?
Dude, I have no clue.
It must be an error in her phone.
"Yeah."
that is.
I mean,
bizarre.
seriously, for a long time, it was like every single time.
I tried switching the position of our names. Like, I clicked new, I typed Steve, Sean, Danielle, I typed Danielle, Sean, Steve. It didn't matter. It would always bring me back to the same conversation that we had been having. And then all of a sudden, it'll just be like one rant.
Dude,
Like,
how do our parents like learn to fuck up technology that much? Like,
I think because they
she
didn't have
found like a
experience with it.
major bug
I don't know, dude.
accidentally.
I don't know. I think that it sucks for them because they didn't grow up with it, where like we grew up with, like, not even just like with technology, but alongside of the technology as it advanced.
I made this point to Maddie, and I think I made it to you too. The literacy, the technological literacy of people who are our parents' age, which is 50 plus. They like, we had our time growing up with it. Like, I think we all probably started using technology like around 8,
Yeah.
and we've had almost 20 years, give or take, of technology.
Yeah.
And like, you see like our family members and our older family members who have really only used mobile phones and the internet, like social media, for maybe 10 years, 15 years. And so that's why they get duped by like QAnon. Because like, we knew that like conspiracy theories are bullshit now, but that's because we believed in stupid ones 10 years ago.
Dude, I don't agree with that because there's people our age who believe it.
Yeah, no, I think part of it is more so that not necessarily we saw the conspiracy theories, but some people that are newer to technology are seeing this information in a place that to them, why would you question it, where the only sources they had before were believable, and now it's like, well, if I see it on Facebook, why would it be a lie when everything I've grown up with news and newspaper has been?
Yeah.
Also, if you start on that path, it's just gonna keep getting fed to you. So like, you watch one video and then you got 40 fucking lined up right after that.
And when you're in an echo chamber, like, where else? What are you gonna believe? Probably the thing you're hearing 40 videos
Dude,
later.
you can get in some crazy rabbit holes on YouTube if you click the wrong video.
But no, Sean's right.
Of,
That's
like,
exactly
psychos.
what all these people get into is
like lizard people.
Yeah, I mean, you watch
You know?
one and you're skeptical, and then you watch 40 and you're like, oh my god, I believe it. Like, I mean, we've all
Dude,
sat
Obama
here,
is a lizard person.
we're all sitting around this table and have all fell for a conspiracy theory. I know. I'm just saying, like, it is exactly what, like, there's no way around it because that's what the algorithm is just going to continue to feed you, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Like, I could watch something about, like, all dogs literally have, tennis balls in their head. And you watch 40 videos of those and you're going to believe it.
You'd be like, you know what? I'd be right.
I mean, these 40 videos are pretty convincing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of videos to be lying.
Anyway,
Well,
I mean,
Regardless.
The last thing I would want to say is I looked real quick, and in a little over a year, just counting the ones between all three of us, or all four of us, not just the ones of me, Mom, and you, and me, Mom, and Danielle, there was 10
Oh my god.
of me, Mom, Sean, and Danielle that I just skimmed through my phone
Holy
and counted.
shit.
yeah,
in
dude,
like a little over a year.
I've literally have no idea how she's doing it.
Does anybody have an iPhone in that bunch?
No. We all of us have Pixel phones.
Dude, that is
Yeah, I don't know. I
Bizarre.
don't know how she's doing it, but it's hilarious.
dude, did you ask her what she does?
Yes, we were like, "What the fuck?" And
I'm like, yo, new text chain just dropped. Yeah.
no, we asked her one time, and she got all like, "I don't know what I'm doing." It,
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. My mom's like, she like turns her phone off. She's like, I don't know how to get it back on. I'm like, there's one fucking button. I promise you can get it.
There's actually 3 buttons on your phone.
Yeah, but like,
and a
you think the
switch.
volume button turns it on?
I don't know,
it's
man.
possible. That's how you.
I want to
don't
get
know.
you a new
recovery
case
mode.
there, bud. You got
I
a lot
know.
of dust
Dusty,
under
bro.
here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
it's like broken on the sides.
I see
too.
that too. Every time I touch it, I play with it like this.
I know, so do I.
Anyway,
All right, guys. I think it's time to
Alright.
roll out.
I'm sweating.
hot as
Get
fuck.
outta
Walk
here.
us
Get
outta here, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Sorry we missed a week, but you know how it be. Sometimes it be like that. Catch us next week.
It do be like that.
Bye, guys.
have a good day. Bye.
Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's Debuff, P-O-D. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.